Hello everyone, we have our news for the week, so let's go through it. Maintenance, normal time as usual. Ending with maintenance, we have the Final Fantasy 12 stuff, so that's the Judge Match Stir. If you haven't finished stealing to craft Vane's clothes, have until maintenance to do that. Item World is ending, so make sure you finish running your items before maintenance. And the Final Fantasy 12 raid event is also ending. And so is the uh, collaboration creeping Malice events, both the EXT version and the daily. And Clash of Wills that was extended is also ending. So we got quite a bit ending because of the extensions with maintenance. And we're getting week 3 of Final Fantasy X, so we're getting a new Neovision base and 2 NVAs this time. I did notice, I'm hoping that this is just a typo. Kimahri is the new Neovision base. They only have 20 shards listed in the daily logins. Usually we get 30. The NVAs have their usual 25 listed. So we'll see if that's a mistake or not on the Neovision fragments. Usual shop there. Special bundles. So they're giving a shard and ticket bundle for Kimahri, and then Fountain of Lapis is coming back. And they're bringing back the special step up where the final one is premium Neovision units going all the way up to Knights. Kind of feels like they've just been rerunning this particular one. Kind of would have been nice if they updated some of the newer premiums to be in that pool for the last one. We're getting another live stream, so it looks like they're using the Sunday slot, same time as last one. Looks like that's going to be their standard slot for the live stream. So we'll see what news they have. I'm kind of hoping they announce something for Nier with this live stream. We get one new vision card from Kimahri, so not premium. We get the two EX1 and EX3 maxed out, 110 attack and magic, 50% equipment attack, 50% equipment magic, and 50% limit damage, and nothing is tied to series, which is always nice. And that's about it for the new vision cards. We have our next 12 type takedown, so this one is against plants. We'll have some fun with this. Notes about keeping water resistant raised and ways to fill mana as it does mana drains. And the usual rewards that we're used to, so plant killer plus recipe, some tickets, beast eater sense. So always nice to get the killers there. And we're getting Isaru's Aeons. So this is one of the old, we haven't had one of these in a while. It's like an explorer with some boss fights. So some items that we can get. The Lucid Ring, 10 defense, 40 spirit, nullify poison, silence, confusion, and 25% evo damage. So for the spirit evokers, kind of nice. Because the only other accessory that we have that's spirit evo would be Yuna's shoes that we got last time. And then we get a two-handed, should be a throwing weapon, 170 attack, 30% evasion, and machine killer plus. So kind of a lesser version of Waka's super. And there's some bonuses for the recent units. So we'll see how they have this set up. And then we're getting a raid event. So we have one ending and going straight into another raid. So the items that we get from here, the Magis's Robe, 20 defense, 45 magic, 40 spirit, and 25% evo damage. Overall, it's not bad if you don't have the supers from the like Redia and Lena. And then the killer's always nice, 50% demon killer, and then 50% Dragon Killer with 30% attack and magic. And the usual bonuses that we're used to, 60% for the new units essentially, and then it goes down from there. And then we're getting some more bonus fights. So Lingering Dissident, looks like we'll get Yunalesca fragments from that and a Mystery Crystal. And then Spring of Memories, looks like we'll get some more Summoning Unifragments. So those should be fun, and fragments is always nice to get as rewards. And the banner itself, so featured is Ronso Warrior Kimahri, the new Neo Vision base, and then we have Yunalesca and Poppy, the NVAs, as raid up. So not premium, just need the 10 tickets, which means going through twice, so that's 42,000 Lapis, I believe. So Kimahri himself, Super Limit Burst unit, his kit looks a little bit odd. They kind of tried to make him a jack of all trades, I guess. His super is really nice though. Accessory with 80 attack and 55 magic, 100% jump damage, and then it also boosts jump attack. So it should be a, I believe, 50x modifier for jumps. So really nice there for Dragoons. And his regular trust isn't bad either. 60 attack and magic, 40 defense, 36 spirit, and 80% magic on it. And then the usual abilities there. Yunalesca, we've seen her stuff before. And then Poppy. So we can take a look at their kits. The only thing, Poppy says updated, but none of the abilities here have any updated marks on them. And usually if they update stuff, they usually toss at least something in the news there, where Yunalesca only says NVA. So I don't know if they just forgot to put the updated on Yunalesca, because normally they'll say like global boost. But we'll see once everything hits. But we take a look at what they look like on the JP side. So first up, Poppy, we'll only look at what she gets as a Neo Vision. So she does get a shift form. She gets two turns to be in shift, and then has to wait it out before she can go back, and then it's 4 turns to go back. So EX3 looks like she should get cooldown, which is pretty much just a big buff, 350 to all stats, 250 limit damage, which isn't bad overall. And she gets Neo Vision, increased ability modifier. I think that's for the wind and water spells. But yeah, she gets some dual wield stuff for being Neo Vision. Autofill limit, which pretty much all Neo Visions have. And she'll auto buff at the start, 250 buffs, 200 limit damage. Neo Vision limit burst in the base really doesn't change. It's the same that we're used to at the 7-star. And then for her shift, so she gets a big boost, 60%, and only for one ally, and they get it for 2 turns. And the downside is it's all cooldowns, so you can't like buff multiple people, not that she has multicast in the shift anyway. But she can do light, water, or wind, 60% boost to one ally for 2 turns. And then her limit burst in the shift is 35% boost to all 3 elements to the party with 300 stats and 250 limit damage. So decent booster overall, especially for some of the elements with the 60% boost that we don't have anything better for. And that's pretty much all she really gains overall. Take a look at Yunalesca. So she's a summoner. Neo Vision, she gets the fill limit that the Final Fantasy X units have gotten. She gets a cooldown to 300% magic store, which is always nice for any magic damage dealers. She does get a cooldown to boost dark damage and fill her limit, and then give her a 30x modifier to all Evo damage, which is nice to boost the evoke damage. The only downside is she doesn't have any real dark damage. Like she's got the one dark magic move, and then she's got this stacking dark magic move, which doesn't go up all that high. And while she does get some nice passives, so to help out with Evo and Evo magic, she doesn't get really boosts to her abilities that would get boosted. Because even her super limit, unless they change this slightly, evoke damage is usually just fixed, which would mean that Starlia, which also means that we can't imbue it if it's fixed. So she's got a high modifier, but non-elemental would lessen that quite a bit. So we'll have to see exactly what that is when that hits live. And then her regular Neo Vision limit burst, just kind of a boosted version of her 7-star, bigger modifiers on everything. And obviously the damage goes way up. But again, 500x, but it's non-elemental. Decent amount of double hand magic, which is nice though. So we'll have to see what the modifiers are and everything when she hits live. Could be a little bit fun to play with. The modifiers do look high, but non-elemental, those aren't all that much damage compared to imbuable stuff that's lesser. And then we can take a look at Kimahri himself. So yeah, 50x on his super for jump attacks, which is really nice because that'll be an accessory. It doesn't say anything about stacking here, so we could possibly put 2 of those plus the helm in the jump card to really boost jumps. And then for his kit, he's got the LB fill that all the Final Fantasy X units have. He's got water magic damage, fire magic damage, both bolting. Cooldown to increase water and light damage. And then he's got another one, which gives him a modifier. He does have a jump. It's water lock though, as it's going to add water before doing anything. And it's a 150. So with his own super, it goes up to a 200x jump. So 2 turns, 200x. It's okay. Then he's got a regular bolting physical. Part of it is bird killer, and then the other one will hit anything. He gets a lot of killers at EX2, which is actually really nice. Obviously, double hand unit, which was no surprise from being able to craft the old Kimahri spear into a two-handed. So it looks like at EX2, he'll max out Beast, Aquatic, Fairy, and Human Killer without needing anything else. And he has a decent amount of jump damage in his kit. And looks like he'll need 100 double hand attack to max out. For spells, he does get a heal. And then he gets a little bit of a defensive buff, 250 defense spirit, and 80% fire, lightning, water resist, 50% general mitigation on it. And his super limit does light magic. So it's going to decrease light by 135 and then deal light magic by 350. The regular limit is just a lesser version of that. So he's got a lot of little things that he can do. He can heal, he can jump, he can deal magic damage, he can deal some physical damage, he can chain a little bit, he can finish with the jump. It's just because his kit's kind of like a jack of all trades, he doesn't really look like he excels too much at a single thing. But his super for Dragoons is definitely excellent. And as a unit, he's definitely usable. He just doesn't look like something to chase just to get meta units or anything like that. So I'll do free pulls again. We'll see what I can get. We used most of the tickets already, so we've only got a couple plus the free weekly and everything. Anybody that decides to pull, good luck to you. And that's pretty much all the news that we have for the week. So we're going to end this video here. Hope everybody enjoyed.